Take it off of mute. You don't have to announce that, P. We know. Nigga been trying to talk to your ass, so ooh. What? Hey, what's good with it, people? What's happening out there in the YouTube streets, man? What's going on? Welcome to the Smoke Session. Man, we always in the building. We always doing how we do. Y'all already know what's going on, man. This is the Smoke Session. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to Blunt Talk NOLA, man. All cap, no space. You did? Well, we do topics, convo, news, commentary, sports, politics, history, and all types of fuck. Might even rip your ass. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. I am Silent Child 17.
P360 in the building.
Chop Tracks in the building.
Oh, man. Damn. And we won't stop. Where's P. Diddy when you need him, my child? Where's this nigga supposed to
be? No, he not.
Dancing across this motherfucker, huh?
No,
take that. Because we can't stop. We can't stop, though. We just
give him back. Give him back.
Oh, man. Y'all gotta check this out, man. Great show up ahead for y'all, man. We got some things popping up, but you know how we do, man. We always test the room. Always ask my fellas how they doing with each other, you know what I'm saying, and what's going on with them. So let's start off like that. What's good with it, fellas, and what's going on with life with y'all, man?
Life is good, man. I gotta see. Get up, go to work every day, come home to a happy family. I'm good.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You know, I'm shit really
preach it.
Really good right now. I can't complain. It's kind of hot, you know, but I guess, you know, God do work in mysterious ways, you know. I don't got to be in that sun no more. So I mean, it bothered me, but it don't as much because I ain't got to really be out there. But yeah, shit been good though.
Yeah, that's what's happening. That's what's happening, fellas. Cause, well, on my end, I'm pretty sure, you know, my dogs know me, so I pretty much keep it cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't pretty much, you know, complain about nothing really. I just try to move on, you know, with whatever's going on. But I do have certain things that, you know, I've been dealing with as far as, you know, personal achievements, personal awards, personal things that I thought I could, you know, reach. You know what I'm saying? And still is fulfilling that. So this is my mode. So just be looking out for a couple of changes from you, dog. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's you know, job wise or career or, you know, anything else moving forward. But man, I mean, that's about it, man. Love the family, love my friends, you know, love the space that I'm in right now, you know, and I'm just trying to enjoy life, you know, as I get older and become more wiser. You know what I'm saying, fella?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean, let's get it then. Shit, in other news, one of y'all got something, or y'all want me to just go straight at it with mine?
Wait.
If you got something, pull it up, Chop Check. You already know. I'm
I
gonna hand it
got,
to y'all first.
but see, it's a few things. But you know what? I'm gonna just pick one. I'm gonna just pick one to get
Now
out
you
the
gotta
way.
pick one. Go ahead, whatever you guys. Huh? Yeah, run it.
This, I hate to start it off like this, but
No, you don't. So
He
goddamn,
say that shit
EMP
every
three
week and
sixty. You
started
hear this
off with
nigga?
the good
Yeah.
shit.
my bad. You hear me? I wasn't trying to spoil people's dinner, but
Hey, if
goddamn.
they eat and put that shit down,
So look. I just want y'all to hear what I'm about to say. If y'all not looking at the screen,
I'm muting up.
California Democrats block bill that would make child trafficking a serious felony because they say a three-strike rule that could see offenders jailed for life is ineffective in preventing crime.
Really now. Really.
Democrats.
So that means y'all
Mm,
gonna let
mm,
all
mm,
the
mm.
people you locked up with the 94 crime bill. Should that okay, let me phrase that right.
No, just
So
say the
if you
three
feel
strikes
that
rule.
it's an
Don't say the 94 crime
ineffective,
bill. Just say the three strikes rule. Anybody with the three strikes rule.
that's what I'm about to ask you. So are they saying that the three strikes rule is an ineffective measure of preventing crime, yet you have more offenders locked up on the three strikes rule in California to present day and still being locked up under the same three strikes rule, but you don't want to make sex offenders or child
Mm.
trafficking a serious crime because it would prove to be an ineffective measure?
That what he said, boss. That what he said.
So my logic would say
And
all of
what?
the
And you say
people
that's
that
the
you locked up
Democrats?
That's what
for petty theft or
California
robberies,
Democrats. Let me see
but that's
something.
all. So
Yeah,
I
because
say
they
this then.
California. Yeah, that is a Democrat state. Now, yeah.
Ooh, they
So
had a
I was
fight in the thing? When that happened? But anyway, let me see. California Democrats have blocked a bill that would have made child trafficking a serious felony in the state. The Democrat-led Assembly Public Safety Committee voted on Tuesday not to advance Republican State Senator Shannon Grove's bill to make child sex trafficking subject to the state's three-strike rule. So it was
So
one governor,
they
I mean
admitting they
senator, that
exist.
was trying. Yeah, yeah.
Mm. Well, isn't that something? Because I can remember about 4 years back, y'all act like a motherfucker was tripping when they was bringing this shit up.
No.
You remember that dude who was the president? He looked at Orange as a motherfucker. He was bringing all this shit up
I remember
and
him.
saying that these people was doing this shit and these people were fighting against him, trying to stop sex child trafficking. Now that he's gone, they have actually put it right in your face that he was right. The Democrat don't give a shit about no child sex trafficking. And there's a lot of reasons why. Fellas, can
some
y'all
of them
give me
might be
some reasons
involved
that
in it.
child? Oh, that's
So
a
wait,
good
look,
one.
let me tell you this though. Now look,
Go
now you
ahead,
gotta
Chuck.
think about it like this, right? So say if you is a senator and you already done been to jail twice for 2 felonies,
Mm,
and that would literally be your third.
you
So
goddamn
now
right.
automatically you gonna get the 25 to life. I don't see what's wrong with that. I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm. So for
I
sex
think
X, they saying that they gonna stop it, right?
though they say that they're not gonna use child trafficking. They're not gonna use the 3-strike rules for child trafficking. So if you
Okay.
commit any felonies, like I see, if you commit
Oh, okay. I see.
carrying a firearm, a concealed weapon, that's a felony. Fucking robbing or some stupid shit, assault, murder, that's a felony. You know what I'm saying? Fuck. Until you got a murder charge and a gun charge, then you get caught doing child trafficking. Automatically, that'd be your third charge. and you could get 25 to life. They're not adding child trafficking in it at all, basically, because they stopped the bill that the Republican Shannon Grove was trying to pass.
And that's what I was asking. Let me give you a scenario then. Say like you got caught doing some shit, or you got these allegations on you that you are child trafficking. Do they take that first initial offense serious enough, or does it have to be piled up, offenses for that person to actually be convicted? You see, like when you saying the 3 strike rule thing, like is they saying, nah, fuck your 3 strikes, nigga, just the one time you did it, your ass going to jail? Or is they saying, well, no, not for the sex trafficking shit, but if you got a little something on your jacket, we could possibly get you for that too? Like I'm a little confused with it, that's all.
Yeah, I think they just saying basically that the bill was for let me go back to it. The bill was for to making child trafficking a serious felony. So whatever the regular charges is must not be enough.
See, that's what I was nah. So it's even so. So the Democrats blocked it from being even more serious than the Republicans was trying to get the charge for.
Facts.
They blocked that. So this so basically the Democrats are looking at it like it shouldn't carry that much weight because of what you're doing. Child sex trafficking shouldn't carry that much weight.
Because it's not gonna stop it. It's not what it say? I don't know the quote.
Yeah, they tore up. Y'all put like P said earlier, man. You put me in jail for selling crack. You put me in jail for selling crack. I wasn't moving it. I didn't get it here though.
Wait, time out. Let me ask
I'm not trafficking it.
So you mean to tell me that the nigga that was out there sex trafficking, if he go to jail, that don't stop sex trafficking?
It's like getting 2 bags of weed. You can get 2 bags of weed.
They don't stop. They don't stop the crime. So how is it ineffective if this nigga getting 25 to life?
Now, what if he used to getting about 25 kids? Don't you think that done saved 25 kids that night? The fuck is wrong with people, sir? Any little grain of salt, you know what I'm saying, added onto the pile becomes sand, bro. It becomes this, that's why I hate how they look at certain things so nonchalant though. Like especially with them using the parties to vote on this type of shit. Y'all, this shit weird, bro. And people need to pay attention to this shit. Look how these people think about this shit. Should be like this should automatically be felony, nigga. Red band.
Who they put up there to speak?
Red bands automatically locked down in the hole for the rest of their fucking life. Period.
It's a lot, though. That's a lot right there, to unpack. So people, y'all pay attention to what's going on with y'all local motherfucking representatives, especially if you're a Democrat. Cause just like them punks say, they coming after your kids. Okay.
I really feel to believe everybody in California ought to be protesting right about now. Or
this the man right here. This is
or at least rioting.
This is very important. Look at the Democrat, man. Y'all see him right there, huh? Look at the Democrat. This is the Democrat, man, right here.
Represent.
Mr. Reggie Jones.
Nigga. That's how they talk to him. Chuck's in the back. My nigga. That's how they talk to him in the back.
Let me show y'all.
You my nigga.
Now let me show y'all Senator Shannon. Senator Shannon in the middle right there. It's the Citizen Shannon right here at the mic. Y'all see her?
Yeah, I see her bad built like a mouse.
Hey, come on. They got a baby right there and everything with them. That's crazy.
A little Latino looking baby at that.
Oh, they putting all the ethnicities in this. That is beautiful. That's such a lovely picture, John. It just shows you all the evil in one spot. It's beautiful, isn't it?
And there's always the one token black person standing in the back in the corner. What the fuck? I would not have even wanted to be a part of that photograph.
It's crazy.
Nah, fuck that, because that means I'm down with the shenanigans too.
Too long, bro. That's
yeah, exactly. The whole organization, let alone the photograph. What you say, Chad?
I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. I just wanted to show y'all that y'all. I'm passing the mic on the in other news.
You had more to go.
I was about to say you had one more. If you got one or two more, you know what I'm saying?
Well, let me see
we 16 minutes in, bro. So you good.
Well, all right. Damn, I see that 15-minute shit. I was thinking it. I ain't even. It just working.
But that was a good one though, bro. Like you be coming with the good shit. I can't deny that.
Oh shit. I got a few, bro. Cause really, all right, I really want to talk about these mosquitoes and Bill Gates. But if I show y'all the Bill Gates and the mosquito thing, I gotta show y'all the dude that went to the conference and was speaking on Bill Gates, and they took his ass to jail right after. Like, but
yeah, I don't know where he thought he was gonna go.
They took his ass to jail. I was like, nigga, what the fuck? But yeah, I'm
say, player. Get your truthful, innocent ass out of here, man. Before we lock your motherfucking daughters and them up too.
What you thought was gonna happen?
Yeah, man. Bill Gates out here buying up all the farmland too, people. So y'all pay attention to that too as well. Y'all go look that up too. Like Chop showing y'all this. Bill Gates
exposing Bill Gates doing speech
is cutting up out here. They say he about to have a fight with Elon Musk.
The sound. But y'all can read it. The Gates Foundation offers Gender Identity Toolbox, which asserts that gender is a result of social and culturally structured ideas. This is a lie. Gender is not a cultural construct. It is a genetic and biological fact. You're not going to censor what I'm saying, ma'am. I'm very sorry. Appeal to the chair. So he right at that moment, he asked in the chair, because I know y'all can't hear the audio. He asked in the chair to, this is my time to speak. So y'all supposed to let me speak.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So he telling the chair, like, tell his lady to be quiet. Now, y'all can't hear. I don't know why they blocking it, but you can't hear the audio, but the crowd is going fucking crazy. Like,
yeah, I could just imagine. I can imagine.
Oh, like that's all.
Yeah, all that extra shit, like they at Oprah show or something.
Like he doing something buku wrong or whatever, but we about to.
Like they got a nigga with a damn whiteboard with the words to say on it. Now you clap. Now you say
the chair said, you got 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care what you say, just you can't go over the 3 minutes.
Correct.
We know how much Bill Gates cares about children. He met and traveled with Jeffrey Epstein many times.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I'm about to second his motion. As soon as he finished.
Oh, look.
That boy look like George Bush too. Get your ass out of here for somebody to throw a slip at your motherfucking ass. It's Bill Gates, nigga. You know who you fucking with? Not Kevin Gates, it's Bill Gates, nigga. I send a mosquito at your motherfucking ass and give you a heart attack.
Okay, so his name is Peter Flattery?
Yeah, Peter Flattery.
Yeah, I looked that boy up, bro.
Took him to jail.
Hey, look for him. Make sure he all right, P. Make sure he ain't gone off this earth.
That's crazy. Took that man to jail for that shit, bro.
For speaking the truth, though.
Come on, man.
That Bill Gates will get you, boy. You think it's a game, boy? The fuck at the power.
Why you releasing GMO mosquitoes? What's up with that?
What the fuck is a genetically modified organism?
Yeah, you about to answer your own question, player. Yeah. That boy buying up some farms and shit, too.
I sure was about to say that. What the fuck is that? Wait, no, I thought about GMO.
And look, this not
Yeah.
his first time doing this. If y'all remember a while back, or if you don't, for the people in the audience too, Bill Gates back in the G before I think it was after the AIDS thing. He was one of the ones who was releasing those mosquitoes in Africa that started the Ebola and shit.
Look, this was Silent talking about right here. See it right there on the screen? They're not letting me play the audio, but you see it? That's Baltimore though. See, that's what they do.
She rubbing and shit.
Look.
Look.
Them people gonna be fucked up.
He posted the video. If y'all reading the thing, the nigga posted the video. So this not us just looking at something and saying, "Oh yeah, this just some mosquitoes that just is somebody." No, this is his goof ass. He's telling you what he's doing. He's proud of his work, y'all.
Now look, this is what I want to ask. Because speaking of the mosquito attack with Bill Gates,
and he dressed it up like vaccines and all that shit, as if that's not illegal too, right?
Wasn't there a time, right? Oh, well, I ain't gonna say right, but long before Bill Gates, they said that there was a time that some military branch of our government used mosquitoes, as a tactic to see if they would make enough people sick to kill them.
Who you think they in company with? What you think they?
Well, this was before Bill Gates, so you know. I'm just saying.
The funding
so now we reliving the same thing all over again, just with a high tech building.
That's not what I was saying. I wasn't trying to shit on what you were saying. I'm asking you, where do you think the funding come from? I'm not saying that it came from Bill Gates. I'm asking you.
I'm gonna let y'all go.
Where do you think the funding come from for these people to get robot mosquitoes and put vaccines in them? If the government doing it and this private person who's worth billions of dollars is doing it, that means it's available for you to do if you're under a certain, you see what I'm saying, criteria. So where's they getting this funding from? Because they tax the shit out of us. They tax the shit out of us. So I'm just asking.
Poured it on his hand, sniffed it right there. Let's watch it again. Put it up, boom, put it in his hand, sniffed it. In the back of the
that's a dirty good. He thought he could duck behind a lady and take that bump right quick, huh?
This stinking Buddha and little boy.
What in the White House?
Oh, he full of that coke.
Poured it on his hand, sniffed it right there. Let's watch it again. Put it up, boom. Put it
and they wonder where that coke in the West Wing come from. That's where it come from right there.
That was a swift move.
Talking about they don't know where that coke come from in the West Wing.
That was a
hold on, P. Now, do y'all remember the Johnny Depp trial?
Yes.
Where him and his old lady was going through that trial shit. She was trying to sue him and
shit. That whole was sitting on stage.
That was one of the coolest sniffs. Nigga. But I think Hunter got it because it's more people out there. It's more people out there. And Hunter did that shit. Nigga, she did that shit in the courtroom with a little napkin. She had that shit in a napkin.
Sorry, not a napkin, a handkerchief.
A handkerchief, something, Paul. I don't know. She did it old school, like they used to have the little frail shit on the sleeves and shit. She whooped that motherfucker. Sit. And walked off and looked at just like Hunter, nigga. I swear. Damn, that was cold. Boy, you fool with that shit.
Look, Si. You must not have seen the one where she was giving her testimony on the stand and kept sniffing right next to the judge.
Oh, that's the one I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking
about. Boy, I was like, man, she's seriously sitting up here next to the
she cold with that shit.
Fucking coke.
Yeah, that coke shit.
Right there, bro. Mel Gibson got
I heard about the Mel shit. Break this down for me, Chuck, because I seen it, but I kept passing it up.
They not letting me play the sound, so the dude break the shit down.
Shit.
But let me see. It's the way, all right. That brings.
You don't have a little button at the bottom that you tap on.
You don't see that bitch? Video has no.
Oh, that dirty motherfucker.
Hold on.
Oh, he's saying they got the airline bounce back money from the sex trafficking ring.
Oh.
So
Okay,
the airlines is involved in it too.
Yes.
And he's saying he got a
Shit.
full-part documentary on the shit.
Wall Street Journal
Mark Zuckerberg,
exposing the Mark Zuckerberg Instagram and actively promoting
connects vast pedophile network. What the fuck? You know,
Dude,
they tried to lock him up. They tried to lock him
bro,
up.
you gotta send that to me.
They tried to lock him up for something, but you know, that's all I had. I gotta play silent video.
Oh, a full part. Okay.
Yeah, he gonna have a full part documentary.
Mel Gibson, for the people who just listening, we're talking about Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson is about to release this full part documentary, and the people are saying that the elites and other people who works in Hollywood and in other areas are kind of pressed about this shit because it talks about some shit that
this is real
happens but don't happens, as they say. So y'all be woke.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this that. But look now, what do you think the backlash would be when Mel Gibson come out with it?
They already tried to lock him up, so he gonna go to jail for something. Watch. He gonna go.
Yeah, they've been already quiet about him for a reason anyway. So I'm assuming that this is a part of the reason why you haven't been hearing from him anyway, or been in none of these movies with none of these other old ass niggas that's still making movies. So yeah, because Mel Gibson was one of them niggas at the time too. Remember, he was a big time superstar like Bruce Willis and Harrison Ford. What's the other old ass nigga they keep throwing in movies? Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Tom Hanks.
You feel me, fella? The fuck Mel Gibson? Why Mel Gibson ain't got no work?
You can't leave out Mr. Rogers
because he going against the fucking grain.
You can't leave out motherfucking Lethal Weapon, nigga. Like,
come on, Lethal Weapon was the movie, nigga.
Yeah, that's my shit right there. I love that shit.
I'm getting too old for this shit. Told Danny Glover was a fool in it.
On here, but look, you can see the food and shit too. That's one of our sponsors, y'all. But hold on.
Shout out Flavor Food.
That motherfucker said he's a sweet Karen boy, because that's what the lady said in the video. Her son, the white lady. Actually, what's going on with this is. Well, damn, this your shit. My bad, son. My bad. My bad.
Now you good? Are they gonna play the audio? Because I think the audio is on the second. It's on the second roll. Yeah. Flip it on the second one.
Yeah, it's doing me that dumb shit. Like I don't.
Because it's like a 3-part.
Yeah, it's definitely saying it has no audio, but I know.
Okay, video had no sound. Okay, well let me tell the people that. People, this is what happened. The dude was obviously they were saying he was a homeless guy who was actually in the park, and not in the park, in the convenience area, like the stores and all that stuff right there. So he'll go in there and get his little coffee and come chill or whatever, in the little spot. This day, these two white boys on their white boy shit coming there, no shirt on, with their flip flops and shit, straight shorts like they about to go out to the beach, in their little beach attire and shit. It is Florida, so they dress like they cursing him out. They calling them all type of niggas, fuck, homeless bitch, and all kind of shit, just throwing shit at him. So the people let him stay in the store while these motherfuckers was out there telling him, to come out, bitch, and all this shit here. Brown let them calm down a little bit more. Man, homeless nigga pull out a pistol, y'all. Wrapped that motherfucker in his shirt and ran at the car and started hitting their ass. Baka! Baka! He ran around that bitch. Your boy tried to help him close the door. He came on the other side. Baka! He hit that boy one more time. Boom. Caught one of the motherfuckers in the chest and caught the other one in the leg. I think one of them died, yo.
Mm-hmm.
What y'all think about this? Is this justified, or was he wrong for following them and still going to shoot them? Because if you look at the film, they're showing you what actually happened. So y'all just check out the video too while we talking about.
This him shooting right here. They jumped in the car when they knew he was coming with the food.
Look. Ooh, he ran up on that motherfucker. Top, he ran up on that man.
Yeah, he ran up on there. Y'all talking that shit. Fuck, I'm scared for my life.
Oh, shit. I got to get out this stove, boy. You think I'm going to stay in here all day? And y'all ain't know I had that fire on me, did you? You didn't know I had that motherfucking fire on me, did you?
Y'all thinking the man homeless and shit. They showing their ass to the man and all kind of shit.
Mm-hmm. And the news, they talk to the mother, of the mother. I was just about to say that. And they saying it like, he got 2 kids at home. He's always been a good kid. He got trouble, We just in awe about all this. So that doesn't justify your son being here at this place half naked. Oh, and they also say he was drunk. Drunk is a motherfucker. So they were full of them motherfucking Bud Lights.
Talking about they was drunk.
Full of them Bud Lights.
Forgive all that shit. Man, fuck that. Because if that had been
cursing this man out,
I'd have beat the fuck out of him.
This and that is this. Like and I'm gonna give you some other shit on top of it. The homeless man, right, who they trying to vilify. The people in the shop said it's a smoke shop too, y'all. The people in the smoke shop saying, man, the dude intelligent is a motherfucker.
He was smart enough to put that gun under that shirt.
He said the chop. They say that boy sound like, like he been to college for 10 years. And if I could believe he do got some schooling behind him, because a lot of people fall under whatever they fall up under, whether it's drugs or whether it's, just hard times, they get left off by themselves. And this is what they have to reside to. You know what I'm saying? Going to the little smoke shop, getting some little stuff that they'll give him, little extra waters or something like that. They let him come chill in there, use the Wi-Fi. You see what I'm saying? Like little shit like that. He's on the move. So for them to treat him like that, bro, it was racist, and it shows you how far we done came when it deals with racism. Cause a homeless nigga pulled that motherfucking fire on your waist. Look at that. Come on,
I will say this though. First of all, for the mama to get on there and talk about, he left my baby and grandbaby without a dad and all that. Your son should not have been out there fucking with people.
Yeah, that shit.
You're out there fucking with people. You don't know what we always say. You never know what's on the next man's mind. So you shouldn't be out there fucking with people. That man going through something bad enough as it is. And your goof ass out there fucking with a homeless man.
You drunk.
Not really realizing this man done packing a whole pistol. Shit.
Yeah. It's Florida. Everybody got
fucking people alone.
Well, just say it again, child. It's Florida.
Come on, man. And look, let me tell y'all something.
Gonna show the kids pictures, see?
Nothing a coincidence. What bill they just passed in Florida? Anybody in Florida could carry a gun concealed. So they can't get that man with no concealed gun charges or nothing. Cause he had that bit wrapped in the shirt. You didn't even know it was a gun until he ran around that car. Boy, that boy ran around that car like a professional. Like he been doing this.
The boy had military training. You hear me? I'm telling you, boy. God damn it. I'm so proud of him. I don't even know what to do. Chop up there. Man, that was some skill.
What we got all the time? All right, P-Dot, you ready?
Woo! Well, yeah, that's how it take for other news, man. That's how it take for in other news. We passed the 30, so we gonna run it like this, y'all. Hey, if Disney, if y'all didn't read the title, man, Disney, the most magical place in the world, or is it?
Yes,
This
sir.
week's segment coming from P.360. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna break down some stuff, and he definitely gonna start this off. You know what I'm saying? Because there was some stuff he wanted to talk about with this. Some of the stuff y'all could be brushed up on. Some of the stuff y'all don't even know about. So we about to get into this, man. Let's get it. He died.
All right. So before we get into my first video, I want y'all to ask yourselves this very, very good question, or at least answer it for yourself. Who was Walt Disney? Right? Now, many of us know Walt Disney as the creator, owner, and proprietor of Disney World. But what do we really know of Walt Disney? Right? So my first video, I want y'all to check it out. It's kind of long. Chop, if you have to pause it at any point you wish, because I can't do it. To ask any questions or see what the comments or whatever we gotta do, run that video.
28 in the 20.
Hold on, before you play, please use the disclaimatory, please, because that's InfoWall. So
Yes. Please use the disclaimer. Please use the disclaimer.
Hit the disclaimer form. Yeah, because they gonna hit him, and you probably can't play as much, P. So make sure you pause and do commentary, because they gonna fuck with you with that.
All right.
Pretty crummy business meeting. He takes out his faithful pencil and starts sketching, drawing something that he has no idea for decades to come will change people's perception of a certain kind of vermin. Above the sketch, he writes, Mortimer Mouse. He then takes it home and shows his wife Lily. She chuckles and tells him, come on, Walt, you need a cuter name than Mortimer. What about Mickey? Walt smiles and agrees. Mickey will work. This is such a cute scene from the annals of American history. But did we add that Mr. Disney drew that sketch at a time when he might have had some very bad thoughts in his head? Did you know about the time he turned up at a Nazi meeting and later gave a tour of his studios to one of Adolf Hitler's favorite people? Today we'll talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. But before we change into our devil's advocate uniform, let's first paint a picture of Walt that makes him look as wonderful as some of the beloved cartoon characters he created. He came into this world on December 5th, 1901 to his Irish-American pop Elias and his German-American mom Flora. He was the youngest brother.
This game,
Pardon the commercials, people.
you're not ready.
To Herbert, Raymond, and Roy, and he also had an older sister named Ruth. It was while he was living on a farm in Marceline, Missouri, and still only 4 years old, that his parents saw that little Walt had a talent for drawing. First, he drew a horse that belonged to a neighbor, and later his parents watched on fondly as Walt started copying the cartoons of newspaper cartoonist Ryan Walker. Walt had some skills, there was no doubt about it, but life wasn't easy by any means. By the time he was in junior high school, he was getting up at 4:30 in the morning to deliver his newspapers, something that didn't exactly meld with success at school. With bad grades, he nevertheless didn't lose sight of his sketching career, later taking a course in cartooning at the Kansas City Art Institute. His other love at the time was the motion pictures. Those black and white films were dreams come true. When the war was raging in 1917, Walt was one patriotic son of a gun. And though much of his time was spent attending night courses at the Chicago Academy of Fine Arts, he had ambitions to go over to the battlefields of Europe and fight for the U.S. Army. He was too young, but after forging a birth certificate, he got a job as an ambulance driver for the Red Cross. Still, by the time he got to France, the war was over. His war effort, in the end, amounted to drawing sketches on the sides of an ambulance, not knowing right then that when that appeared in Stars and Stripes magazine, he was already on his way to going up in the world. So his future as a cartoonist was already almost in the bag. What's interesting, given his close relationships with some American pro-Nazis years later, was his gung-ho attitude to fighting those bad guys in Europe. His relationship, though, was what we might call complicated. But let's concentrate on the budding cartoonist for now. At age 18, he was laid off from a job at Passman Rubin Commercial Art Studio with another aspiring cartoonist. That was Ubbi Ert Iwerks. This was a partnership made in heaven. If Disney was the visionary of the pair, Iwerks himself, the son of German immigrants, was a brilliant and fastidious artist. It was he who really brought Disney's imagination into the world. He would barely sleep for days on end, sketching and sketching so that minutes-long cartoons were ready in a matter of a few weeks. This was laborious work for one man back then. Walt Disney was now getting into animation rather than static drawn cartoons, which led him to being contracted to make what were called Newman's Laugh-O-Grams. He then incorporated the studio using cash he still had from a month-long project called Iwerks Disney Commercial Artist Business, and he got to work on cartoons such as Jack the Giant Killer. Those early cartoons were about as simple as you could get, for us anyway, but back then they were pretty decent fare. Disney kept going, and at 21 he and his brother Roy, who'd just gotten over a bout of tuberculosis, went into business by creating the Disney Brothers Studio. This became the Walt Disney Company in time, a company that now brings in around $67 billion a year and has a net value of $203.61 billion. With his new company, Disney got Iwerks back on board, and together they worked in Hollywood. It was there at age 24 that he married Lily, an inker, and soon they had a daughter and adopted another daughter. In 1927, he created a character that would become the blueprint for many other characters. That was Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. This guy was super popular, and unlike those older cartoons, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit actually...
You good, Peter? You ain't just want me to keep running it?
I would.
That's 15 minutes. You 3 minutes in, Pete. Come on, bro. You ain't get no commentary on what's going on, bro.
Well, look, I just want the people to take in a little bit. So,
but you gotta listen. You gotta go by StreamYard them rules though, or YouTube. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You gotta do commentary. I'm not telling you that for my benefit. I'm telling you this so they won't cut the show.
I get you. So,
all right.
So right now, I'm about to tell them skip ahead a little bit because this the early stages of when they were talking with Disney or when they were talking about.
But you didn't explain the beginning. That's what I'm telling you. You gotta explain it to the people what you're talking about.
So
you 3 minutes in, nigga.
So literally right off the bat, what they're saying about Disney was he always was a good cartoonist, drawer or whatever. But my first thing when they mentioned him going into the war and becoming a Red Cross ambulance driver. What did you expect from somebody who can draw cartoons to fake a birth certificate?
You think he drew it?
Huh?
You think he drew it?
Hell yeah, he forged the birth certificate. He made it himself. So, but I that's why I kind of like want to skip along to the area where, because they're talking about his early adulthood when he adopted kids. I really want to get into the nitty gritty, the early formation. Yeah, that's all good. Can you skip ahead maybe about a minute and 30 seconds? Right there.
Well,
right there.
This the only video you're using?
I have another one lined up behind this one, but it's like about the stuff that is going on with the current Disney and how people or young people or certain young people feel about Disney after they realize about how Disney portrays its characters in the movies.
Because the reason why I asked, because this one is about 15 minutes long, and plus you got the commentary over. It's going to kind of you can draw it out a little bit.
All right. So what's the timeline we on right now? What 4 minutes or something? This should be around the time where they start actually talking about it. So.
All right.
So you're not using the whole thing? Okay.
No, I ain't gonna use the whole thing. It's too long.
Through something not too different. As you know, that was Mortimer, who changed a fair bit over time from his original appearance. Many years later, Disney would write, "I only hope that we never lose sight of one thing. That it was all started by a mouse." By the way, that high-pitched voice that makes Mickey sound like he just Mickey's pet, the bloodhound Pluto, also came to life. But the
right there, let's try right there. Damn commercials.
And in 1934, an eternally happy duck came on the scene in the cartoon The Wise Little Hen. Disney, still in his 30s, was a star. Now his studio employed over 200 people. The golden age of animation was beginning, and Disney, always the visionary, started thinking about feature-length animations. He did that in 1937 with his Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This would become just one of his films that later got him into trouble with some folks. For instance, this film would make the actor Peter Dinklage irate, or at least another iteration of it, and we'll come back to this. Grossing $6.5 million, about $127 million in today's money,
Notice what they say, they're gonna come back to that
movie at the time.
Because it's shit that kicked off behind that movie.
Working on Pinocchio and Fantasia, and the rest is history. His fame was cemented. Life was good. But on the other side of the world, a man named Adolf Hitler was talking about this Jewish problem, and a lot of poor, angry Germans were listening to him. War was on the way, and Mr. Disney somehow found himself partly wrapped up in it. Let's now change into our devil's advocate uniform. So the war broke out, and Disney did his bit for the Allied war effort. That was making an anti-Nazi propaganda cartoon called Der Führer's Face, originally titled A Nightmare in Naziland. In it, Donald Duck is a Nazi, but spoiler alert, it was all just a bad dream. As the war came to an end, Mr. Disney was becoming a lot more
saw that,
conservative.
right?
There's nothing wrong with that, of course. Lots of things in life need
Yeah, you can
conserving,
pause
but he
it,
was all...
that's important too. I mean,
Now, this is where it really took an interesting turn at, because not only was Walt Disney budding up, but a very popular car manufacturer over here that's family owned, one of the first, their company's founder was also butting up to the Germans during this time too.
mm.
And that's a very pivotal thing, because you got two American giants for, you know, the time. A cartoonist who's running, you know, animations and literally could be involved in the propaganda, because like they say, he ran a USO war campaign segment, the Führer's Face and stuff like that. But you also got a very popular car manufacturer also going to Germany, meeting with the same person that y'all supposed to be fighting the war against.
And which car was that? Which car company was that?
Ford.
Y'all hear him? What he's saying, huh, people? Pay attention, because all this matters around the same time. This is even before the Cold War. This was right after World War II and all this. So check him
No,
out.
I believe. Was Hitler? I think Hitler was World War I, huh?
Well, I mean, it stemmed off, you know, but I'm talking about as far as making Disneyland and all that. Like,
Oh
yeah, don't worry
bruh.
about me. I'm just trying to give him a little background on what you're saying, trying to give him a little attention.
Because the history behind Walt Disney is so deeply entrenched in a lot of shit that we see today that we don't even really recognize it no more. Like when we were children, when they get back into it and they start talking about them cartoons again, pay attention to the cartoons you remember seeing as a child. Go ahead, play some more, Chop. I'm gonna tell you when to skip it.
Also, how should we say, a rampant anti-communist. In view of the extreme violence that Joseph Stalin had wreaked on mankind, that wasn't a bad thing either. But did Disney's views have a selfish bent? The so-called Red Scare got ugly in America, and many people who were just progressives and wanted a fairer society were hunted down. One of the men doing the hunting, the one who seemed to lack ethics at times, was the FBI's J. Edgar Hoover. He promoted this Red Scare propaganda and the attendant restrictions of free speech, which is never a good thing. The Red Scare also promoted moving against those associated with the American labor movement, which suited that big employer, Mr. Disney. Hoover was called by some a racist, a bigot, and a homophobe inside a country that had an awful track record for racism. Hoover tried his best to bring down the civil rights movement and
a
met with the great
homophobe.
Martin Luther King Jr.
Wow.
He was also pretty close to Disney.
They
who
had a
himself once
boyfriend.
testified against some former
I
labor
rest my
unionists at the House Un-American Activities Committee. He branded these three guys, one of whom worked as an animator for Disney, as communists. Suffice to say that during those paranoid times, that could be sufficient to destroy a person's life. For his help in 1954, Hoover made Disney a full special agent in charge contract. While this doesn't make Disney some kind of celebrity
Keep
despot,
it out.
it
That's
does
what I'm
give you a
trying to
good
tell
idea
you.
of what was going on.
Oh,
in
I
his
know.
mind. Some of those
This
isolations
is for the
This nigga
people.
was a
You know, I
fool.
know.
against war and communism,
Pay attention,
something
people.
talked about what they called the Jewish problem, the thing that Hitler had talked about. One of them was the business magnate Henry Ford, who was better known for making cars than he was for his virulent racism and anti-Semitism. Ford and Disney were actually very good friends, and you might ask if they shared some similar beliefs. Listen on before you make your mind up. Was Disney as anti-Semitic as Ford? That's the million-dollar question. Disney actually donated money to some Jewish charities, and his friends have stated that he didn't come across as anti-Semitic. But like we just
Pause it right there.
some people have questioned the folks he liked to hang around.
Yeah, I got some
Pause it
mistakes.
right there. Now,
I got something to say about
just
that.
because you donate some money to a Jewish charity don't make you any less anti-Semitic than what you are. Just like how we say they got that one token black person in the room. You donated charity to one Jewish organization. That don't mean that you are agreeing with what the Jewish people are trying to do. You just doing that to keep them off your ass. Don't that sound about right?
Oh, that's definitely, that is definitely something, that could be into play for sure.
That I think that's what the play was. I know because I got people. I'm hearing comments that I'm anti-Semitic, that I'm dealing with the Germans and I'm dealing with the U.S. I'm playing both sides and this. So I tell you what, have one of your Jewish leaders come see me and I'm gonna donate some money to their charity. How much money did he donate? We don't know.
How does that benefit him, and why is he?
I think it benefits
Irish.
him.
Hold up, I finished the question. How is, by him being an Irish descent man, sitting up there looking like a Jewish person? How does this benefit him in what way, and what is they doing? And the reason why I ask, because it looked like it looked like they already have a pact with each other already, and they making it seem like it started with him trying to give them money, but he's looking like he don't fuck with the Jews on this end when he talking to this nigga. But when
the Jews come around,
something, it's looking like, oh yeah, I do business with them. But you look like one of them. Is that your real hair color, Disney? Because in the beginning, you Irish descent, player. You an immigrant. You're an Irish immigrant.
Well, motherfuckers were dying in here back then too. Now.
Hold on. That's working with Germany. Oh, you already said the nigga a cartoon artist. You said the nigga draw his IDs and shit. So, I mean, I would not expect for him not to know how to color his own fucking hair. I'm trying to figure out who the hell is he really, because he seems like he's set up the whole time from a certain organization, and I don't want to go too far with what your point is, but I just want to know these questions, even with him doing business with Germany, to figure out who is who and all this type of shit. It get deep, like you said, bro. So,
bro, this rabbit hole went so deep with me, bro. I was at work, not even paying attention to. I'm not supposed to be even on my phone watching this. So, to kind of like I could give you a brief answer, but it wouldn't do it justice unless you actually saw the whole video. So, one way it did seem like he was helping the Jewish community. To me, it did seem like he was doing some work trying to help the Jewish community. But in the back of my mind, if you first met with Hitler, you and Ford, right? And y'all, working with Ford, you working with the American government, you doing all of these things. Now, none of that said that he was trying to help in the war, right? Now you got anti-American Germany parties over here, like German nationalist parties over here in the U.S. And later on in the video, y'all gonna hear them talk about that too. He was going to those meetings. These were people who were against the U.S., living in the U.S., siding with Germany. So how much can I believe that you actually was giving money to the Jewish community?
And that's my point. If you just heard what you just said, it is when you said it just now, how you doing this, it's like, are they really enemies?
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's like
he's doing. You see what I'm saying? Like the way you say it, it's like
closer, my enemies closer.
I don't even think that's what I'm saying. I don't even think that all these people who we talking about that's involved with our government and Germany, I think it's
You don't
all
think
a
they
coup. I
enemies
think
at
there's
all? Yeah, it
I
do
think
sound
there's a
like
coup going on that they acting like people. They come in here acting like Americans and acting like they all America, but they here on some other shit, and they all in business with each other because they been shipping them type of motherfuckers over here since the First World War, like you said.
that. Right. That's true. That's true. They have
So
been.
what I'm hearing is a coup that's happening here in America, and it's been set up like this fucking
Years
magical
ago.
world for kids.
Yeah,
So
decades ago.
you already telling me that this man is involved with the war and shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's just supposed to be a regular cartoon nigga. How is he involved with all that shit? So I digress. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna let you go off, bro. I just got some questions.
So if you can, Chop, skip ahead about 1 minute. I think that's gonna be at the part where they're gonna be talking about African American.
And that boy said 1 minute. He said that like he was about to say 7. Now that boy said 1. I thought you weren't gonna play the whole thing, bro. You 8 minutes.
I ain't gonna play the whole
Be
thing.
lying and shit.
I'm just trying to get to one more good piece in here for y'all right quick.
Make Disney look like a bit of a Nazi sympathizer. He actually
you went
attended
back,
pro-Nazi meetings at the German-American
there you go. That's it right there.
the American Nazi Party. Art Babbitt, who worked with Disney as an animator, said this: I observed Walt Disney and Gunther Lessing, Disney's lawyer there, along with a lot of prominent Nazi-afflicted Hollywood personalities. Disney was going to these meetings all the time. Not a one-off thing then. He didn't just get lost and end up in a room full of guys and say, oh, the Nazi meeting. Wrong place. This was an American Nazi organization, and its racist, anti-Semitic Nazi ideology was clear to everyone. There was also a lot of this sentiment going around at these meetings, so Disney must have heard it. But did he agree with it? Then there was that time he gave a German woman named Leni Riefenstahl a tour around his studios. The year was 1938, and this woman, a film director, was already a close acquaintance of Adolf Hitler. Hitler adored her because she made propaganda movies for him, 3 in total. This is how she described first watching Hitler at one of his
propaganda
speeches.
movies.
It seemed as if the Earth's surface was spreading out in front of me, like a hemisphere that suddenly splits apart in the middle, spewing out an enormous jet of water so powerful that it touched the sky and shook the Earth. To her credit, her films didn't expressly show anti-Semitism. They just embraced what she thought was the greatness of Nazism. She was an excellent artist, but after the war, she wasn't exactly popular, even though she admitted that she hadn't been aware of Hitler's genocidal intentions. She later said that meeting him was the biggest catastrophe of my life. But that doesn't mean she didn't agree with Nazi, racist, and anti-Semitic ideology when Disney was giving her the royal treatment at his studios. She too believed
how
the
that
Jews
makes
were the cause
sense,
of all
see?
the world's problems, remarking that after the visit,
Right.
that it was gratifying
All right,
to
Chop.
learn.
You can skip ahead while you getting it ready to skip ahead. Now that's what kind of messed me up. She was hanging with Hitler, but she didn't agree with the stuff that Hitler
What he was
talking
doing,
about
but you still
until
was going by
after
what
the
he was
fact.
doing.
Right, but you making propaganda movies for the man when you say you don't agree with the stuff he's doing. Well,
Even after that. That's crazy.
Right,
Though.
why
Even
would-
after she wasn't doing it no more, and then she was talking bad about him.
she
They
still
say
was going
even
ahead
after
with it.
that, she still was racist. She still was fucked up as a person. She still was what the fuck? So how she gave it up? What the fuck she gave up? Chop, am I missing something here? Did that bitch say?
She say she didn't agree with
These
the
people is
homicidal
trying to
stuff,
double
like
talk
the
me, son.
murderous
They double,
intent.
man, them
But-
people double talking me, man. They trying to make her sound good because they want Hitler to sound bad when this bitch ain't shit. She's still on that bullshit. She's
So
still
that-
on that bullshit. And why is she still on that bullshit? Like I told you, there's a coup going on in America. So when she came here, she did the same fuck shit she was doing for Hitler. She did it for us. That's what the fuck you just heard. You see what I'm
That's what
saying?
That's definitely what I heard.
The bitch still had her ways. She still was her. She still was racist. This is where you know, man.
But what
Three
as out in
propaganda?
the open about it as Hitler was.
Top ranking #1 movie was Birth of a Nation. And I ain't talking about the black one, little brother. Shout out to Mo Dillon.
There was one last piece in here, and it's toward the end. But we don't even gotta go that far. Fuck, I can't remember. It's a Disney movie that they made. And it involved talking about black people. Song of the jungle or some shit like that. I forgot the name of the fucking song. But they basically were trying to say that even though Disney wasn't racist,
Racist propaganda.
he had some moments where shit he did, people who drew cartoons for him, made songs and all kind of stuff, slid some racist stuff in there, and they say that it didn't directly, that wasn't Disney's direct reflection of life as far as people, but
Yeah, they
because of
lying.
the
Cause
time,
I got something for you later on. They lying.
yeah. So Chop,
People
go to
don't believe that. That's what
that
they
next
say to try
video.
to smooth shit off.
Yeah, like I say, this one was a long video to cover. I wish my computer would have been working. I would have been able to skip through a lot because I know where the timeline was. But the next one,
Why you just
the
didn't
next
tell
one,
brother Chop the timeline if you knew it? Man,
I couldn't
go ahead, man.
I couldn't remember.
See how you
I
be
couldn't
doing that
remember.
Disney
No,
shit?
I couldn't
You
remember.
said you knew it. Double talk, man.
I knew it by sight. I'm looking at this on my phone. Listen to
I'm
this young
stupid
lady
shit,
here,
y'all.
y'all. Listen to this young lady here and listen to what she's saying about how Disney had her mind fucked up for a long time. Check this one out.
How many times was it the white girl? How many times was it the white girl that they chose? How many times did I want to be the white girl that they chose? Because then I realized I'm never going to be the white girl because I'm a brown girl. And they're never going to pick the brown girl because she's going to be the best friend. Or like just in general, the woman of color is going to be that quirky best friend and not the one that they choose. When really the best friend character was obviously always the cooler one.
They were always. You're like, she's right there though.
I asked this question once to.
So that video was talking about
how many times
Disney portrays the princesses in their movies before they started adding in the brown and the black girls, and how she felt as a child coming up watching Disney movies and trying to fit that character of the white characters. And she's like, she really came to a realization, like she had an epiphany that she's never going to fit that. And she realized that, fuck, the black and the brown girl is much more cooler than these white motherfuckers that y'all keep portraying in these movies. Because when you get around, I'm not saying all white people bad. Please, people, don't take me as saying that. But you get around certain white people as a black person or a person of color, both brown and, melanated, you find out that them motherfuckers have some snotty shit to say. They're not going to ever say it loud enough where you hear them and you really understand what they're talking about, because they have their own code language too. But you will feel that eerie feeling of, oh, these motherfuckers talking about me, and if so, what are they saying? So I've always kind of been on guard about how I am around certain non-people of color, because I'll be feeling out of place at some of the shit. And I don't be knowing what to say sometimes because they be talking about some shit and I don't be understanding what the fuck that's coming from. So I understand where she coming from with that, because sometimes you do try to fit the mold of the popular characters you see in the shows, and you realize real quickly that ain't you. So run that very last video, Chop, and this I'll pass the mic after
that. Yeah, one other thing, while you was saying that, wanting to be that character too, it makes you out of a person that's fallen into the trap as well. See, even you knowing that the colored girl is the cooler one, and she never get the role. It's always the white girl that's the friend and stuff. Even knowing that should tell you that that's not the person you even want to be, let alone looking at it as it being a role that you would rather the skin color be in it. So people, just pay attention to how they do this shit. They make you feel like that's what it's about. You getting your skin color to be a fucked up person. Remember, the white hoes who is the lead person, they always got something wrong with them. It's always a problem. They always trying to fix the shit, and they always fuck over their friends and shit to finally realize that everybody has always been pampering her phone ass. Okay, which one of you black girls want to be that bitch, huh? So just think about that before you decide to want to say, hey, I want to be this. Why we can't? Sometimes everything ain't always like my people say, everything that glitters ain't gold. So be careful with that shit too, because this is how the trap start, especially with the racism shit. But go ahead, my bad.
All right, so this is the last video, y'all, and that's the reason I added in there in the descriptions that we talking about Disney World past and present. This one right here definitely gonna show y'all why I brought it up. So go ahead, Chop. You can let this one run.
A second family has come forward claiming a Disneyland character ignored their children because of the color of their skin.
10 News broke this story on Monday of a local family filing the suit, alleging the White Rabbit character went out of his way not to touch 4 children. Well, since then, that story went viral. And 10 News reporter Michael Chin is here with another family that's come forward. Michael.
This case involves another beloved Disney character, Donald Duck. Nastasia White has hired an attorney and will likely join this lawsuit filed earlier this week. This is a picture of 5-year-old Razi White with a stormtrooper at Disneyland. His mother, Nastasia, says it was the only photo he took that day with a character, but he wanted one more.
I was upset and hurt.
It was supposed to be a day of fun. On December 10th, the Whites were celebrating the birthday of 2-year-old Ryder. At Disneyland's Main Street, Nastasia says Razi walked to within 3 feet of Donald Duck.
He was sitting there with his arms open. Donald, Donald.
Nastasia says Donald Duck made a deliberate move away from him and went to play with a baby in a stroller. The Whites waited a foot away, first in line, and say the baby's parents urged Donald Duck to give Razi some attention. Instead, according to Nastasia, Donald Duck went up to a young white girl near the bench and hugged her. Nastasia says after 3 minutes of waiting, they left in frustration. And when she turned around, she saw Donald hugging the white children that were behind her. Razi started asking her this question.
Why didn't Donald want to take a picture with me? Inside, I was wanting to cry, just like I do now.
Could you have simply misread the situation?
I couldn't have, because it was done in a very ugly, blatantly way.
She says she complained and was sent this letter offering passes that would get her to the front of the attraction lines to alleviate her disappointment. On Monday,
I
felt sad. We told you about a Spring Valley family filing suit.
So, how many times have you heard this story in the past 3 years? Right? This story is probably a little bit older than that, but how many times have we heard this story where poor little black kids, as recently as up at Sesame Street, right, go out there to go take pictures with the people, or even just so much as to get patted on the head, a hug, a handshake, anything from their favorite characters of their TV show, and only because that they are dark-skinned or brown-skinned and get passed over for the little white kid that's standing right next to them or right behind them. Like, come on, man. What should we do? Should people start boycotting the theme parks? Putting that shit, like, literally keep your video camera handy, since everybody want to whip a camera out when it's fuck shit going on. Why not whip a camera out when that fuck shit going on and let it be seen? Right? Because we already
videos of it before or whatever. A lot of videos, really, but I just it's definitely a thing. But it's a lot of other shit that's going on over there that's like the people need to be paying attention to that or run them from not going, that I think people don't know.
You know something else? And just hearing you speak, Chop, that brought up something else to mind. Could they be potentially identifying targets that they want?
True. I mean, most kids in the world go missing at Disneyland.
Right. So could they? Because we know this black parent gonna keep an eye on their child with close guard. They holding their child hand and they standing right here next to them. Cause I don't know. You know, I'm one of them parents. I don't like my child being too far away from me because if some shit happen, I gotta run too far to get to you. I want you next to me. So if we gotta get down, we could get down. You know. So I think I thought about that as that one way of them being potential targets to be snatched. But that might not necessarily be the case. It could just be an undercover case of racism. And sometimes you got to remember, I have to put myself in the mental state to say, well, maybe he didn't see my child. Even though I know, you know, you give yourself that 1% chance.
I don't. You see?
I'm just saying, though, child.
You see me standing right there.
You gotta kind of give yourself that little 1% chance. There's a 1% chance he didn't see my child, but a 99% chance, bitch, I know you saw him.
It's salt. They're gonna get salt, not no sugar. Ain't nothing sweet about that shit.
I agree with Rich, man. Daffy had me the one laughing any fucking way, man. On the Looney Tunes shit. You know what I'm saying? He was even though he wasn't with Disney, Daffy was the funnier duck.
Yeah. Cause Donald was black as a motherfucker.
And he was black. Daffy was black.
Daffy would have been hugging everybody out there.
Daffy would have been out there dancing and doing the young boy and shit.
You can see doing the young boy.
Trying to tell you,
yeah, yo. So, you know, I'm hoping everything works out for that family, man. They probably had a out of court settlement for an undisclosed amount of money or whatever like that. But, yeah, they got to do better, man. Because I don't see that there's no end to this shit in sight. Because if this is like I think is old, you know, we've seen as recently as not happening once on Sesame Street, but more than once. So, you know. But yeah, y'all, I passed the mic. That was it for my little segment.
Oh yeah, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. Let me take that. Let me take over the range right quick. You know what I'm saying? I just had a couple of little pebbles, you know what I'm saying, man. You really did a good job of presenting who he was in the beginning. You know what I'm saying, as far as even where Mickey came from, because I wanted to get on his edge too. You know, like the man was saying in the beginning, it was a rabbit at first, and it turned into a mouse. So all this was propaganda for some other shit. Now I don't know if y'all knew this, but originally cartoons was not even for kids.
Facts.
Nah, that's something interesting.
Cartoons was like
meant for adults.
No, like the
Bring it down, child.
Like the lady from Roger Rabbit. Who framed Roger Rabbit? Whatever her name was.
Big girl. He talking about the voluptuous and all that. Now see, even before that, chap, they would use it for the wars and stuff to teach certain things to the people who was back home, even to present the war in a way that they wanted to present it. Like, let's say, like if we wanted them to have pride in us winning, that's the type of cartoon we'll show. We depict these animals as these things doing the things in war. Matter of fact, talking about Donald racist ass, he was one of the original racist characters who used to play like little German soldiers and shit back in the G. You know what I'm saying?
Right, so
even with that, we gonna start there, fellas. I'm gonna start there. And I'm and P, you gonna like this one. Cause you just jumped off the racism. So I'm gonna stay on that train for a minute and then I'm gonna roll on through. You know what I'm saying? Nah, as the inception, y'all, of this shit was started by pushing propaganda, as P was talking about with the lady in the beginning. This was about propaganda. This was about pushing it. So propaganda is just something that's whatever you want people to do, and whatever thing you trying to do. You trying to get everybody to do that same shit. You trying to get everybody to believe that same thing. That's basically what propaganda is. So if it's racism, if it's fighting a war, if it's sexism, is it feminism? You know what I'm saying? All whatever the ism is. You know what I'm saying? They got propaganda behind it. So y'all check this out. Y'all listen to this shit right here.
But Plain Crazy and another silent cartoon called Gallopin' Gaucho would not receive distribution. Mickey's big hit would come in 1928 with a film called Steamboat Willie, which utilized sound. The film was a sensational hit and would lead to the birth of one of the biggest entertainment companies in the world that's still going strong nearly 100 years later. But as we near that 100-year milestone, we can look back and ask what the legacy of Mickey Mouse truly is. How has this iconic creature altered both culture at large and even the American legal system? Has the lasting legacy of this mouse mascot done more harm than good? To start, we can look at the underlying inspiration behind Mickey's design and how it connects to America's history with minstrel shows. According to Nicholas Salmond, a professor of cinema studies at the University of Toronto, Mickey Mouse and other early animation characters were in themselves minstrels. The cartoon structures mimic the structure of minstrel shows with its use of music, dance, and humor, and the audience at the time would recognize the cartoons as minstrel shows. And it's not just the format that mimicked minstrel shows. The characteristics of the characters themselves stemmed from the racist practice. The original Mickey Mouse character was not as benevolent as he is seen today. The original Mickey was seen as mischievous and devious, similar to some racist stereotypes about black people played up in blackface minstrel shows. Characters being able to endure painful and harmful actions in the cartoons stems from the physical dehumanization of black people in minstrel shows, with the depiction of black people enduring extreme violence, which was often played as slapstick comedy. Even the gloves Mickey and friends wear are a component of blackface minstrelsy. Early cartoon faces also often mimic the exaggerated lips and eyes of blackface makeup used in these minstrel shows. And it wasn't just Mickey. There was originally a Jim Crow minstrel scene in the 1941 film Dumbo, which has since been edited out. According to Salmond, people have such a sentimental or emotional attachment to Mickey Mouse that to recognize that he's of racist origins really stirs strong reactions from people. It's hard for people to come to terms with the fact that this beloved childhood character could have such a disturbing beginning. It should also be noted that the connection to minstrelsy and blackface is not limited to Mickey Mouse. There are many cartoons who mimicked vaudeville and minstrel acts from that era. Nearly 100 years out from Mickey.
Even the gloves, y'all. See how innocent gloves is?
That was a very common thing that you see when they do them blackface shows. They wear the white gloves with that black makeup on, but they leave their lips exposed and their eyes exposed enough to where it looked like big old eyes and big old lips, but they couldn't keep that black makeup on their hands, so they had to wear the white gloves. So you had to hide the white hands. Yes, indeed, man.
What you got for that one, chap? I mean, even with the minstrel shows of even creating the cartoon, they telling you that they created the cartoon off of making fun of us, period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe.
What you think about that, Chap?
I definitely believe it. You can tell from watching it. Like I watched that cartoon. The one they see, I used to have that little tape, and all the cartoons was on that shit. But I used to watch that shit. Them early cartoons. A lot of them be about Indians and all kind of shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So look at this.
Go ahead. Oh, like especially the cartoons where they had the little black girls with the little ribbons on the tips of her hair, the hair standing up, the little pickaninny ones.
Oh yeah, Rich, you know I ain't playing, boy. It's about that time. You know I ain't fucking playing. It's about that time. I'm about to tell you exactly where it come from. Cause he think he's slick, P. See, you told me where he come from already. See, you told me where he come from. So I'm telling you what he here to do. Look, I'm telling you what he here to do. You feel me? I'm telling you what he here to do.
Yeah,
from the inception of this shit, you was a part of the plan, nigga.
From the very onstart.
You are the Jew. You're not ish. Ain't nothing ish about you, bro. Like they got blackish, childish. That mean you something like. That's why they put that shit on this shit.
Show.
So it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. Fuck all that. It is what it is. This is what they doing, y'all. And this is how they get us to like this shit. They make us feel relevant in being involved in it. Like it's not based on it being racist. That's why I said earlier, be careful about what you think is the spot that you want to fucking be in. Sometimes that shit just don't represent you. You don't need to be it, period.
Be yourself.
The gloves, though? You know how they put the gloves up? Now they put the gloves on all the fucking cartoons. It don't matter what color they is now. So that's representation of racism throughout every fucking thing. They even bought the Animaniacs. So they bought the shit back. Come on, y'all. Y'all know I ain't tripping. Chop, talk to me, bro. Give me something, bro, before I move on.
Yakko, Wacko, and Dot. And if you listen to them motherfuckers talk, they sound like some upstate New York black motherfuckers.
All them at the gloves on, man.
One of them.
The fuck you still putting gloves on them for if you gonna change the color and shit? You feel me? What you put? Why you kept the gloves?
I guess the gloves was supposed to represent that your hands
represent.
Clean, huh?
It represent the racism. It represent the racism that its origin is based off of. That's what it is. That's what the gloves represent. The gloves represent the racism, the origin in the racism. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's still relevant. That's what they use. Signs and symbols, though. And the glove is one of them. Yeah, I'm gonna move on though. I ain't gonna keep us too long on my shit. I'm gonna move on that one. I just want people to peep that out, you know what I'm saying? Cause this nigga think he's slick. Not on my player. I got a little piece of your cartoon too, Pete. I just want to let people see this right here. Hold up.
Years, she's gained more attention as the woman who made it all possible. But that's nothing compared to Walt Disney's darkest secret. Walt Disney was a traditional man. He loved America, and he wanted his theme park to reflect that. So he became infamous for a strict code of conduct for Disney employees, including regulating their facial hair. But he wound up taking this further than anyone knew. During the Red Scare and the Cold War, he was actually working for the US government, helping to identify potential communist agents in Hollywood. Of course, this hunt would soon grow completely out of control, sweeping up countless actors, directors, and writers. Many of them would be blacklisted and never work for the industry again. When Walt Disney died in the 1960s, the full extent of his work for the government was unknown, and it wouldn't be until the files were declassified decades later. They showed that he had actually received commendations and been promoted to a special agent of the FBI.
Oh,
come on!
Oh,
he was even Chop. The nigga was even in Hollywood ratting on niggas who was down with the team.
Wow. That boy had his hand in everything.
Talk to me, y'all. What we doing?
His hand deep in the cookie jar. Fuck what you talking about. He wasn't at the top just trying to grab a chip to heart.
The man wasn't playing. The man serious.
That boy was, bro. God damn. Hey, look, when you said you had a little peace of mind, I'm like, wait, what? How did I miss that part? God damn.
Bruh, this man, look, not the FBI. That's why I said it kept going. That's why when I said, don't worry about me, when I said after World War II,
Yeah.
That's why I say don't worry about me, because you know the feds and all that started, you know what I'm saying, at a later time. He still was cool with Hoover. That's what I'm trying. He was cool with Hoover. They running it from that. They running it from that side. I thought he was talking with the Germans in the beginning. Pete, what's going on, brother? You tell me.
And that's the weird shit. This nigga was talking to the Germans.
Huh?
He was fucking with the Jews. He helped.
So Disney was a double agent for who though?
A double
who was he
agent, all the way around, bro. This man was playing the side of the field on everybody: black, Jewish, federal government, German government. He was fucking. That man was getting it in
for a long time.
Who was he really working for?
For a long time.
Who was this motherfucker?
Did y'all hear about? Hey, Chap, did you hear about Club 33?
No.
Club 33 is an exclusive club that you gotta pay $40,000 to even be invited to, and it's in Disney World. Yeah, my bad. I ain't mean to. My bad. I ain't mean to.
Hold on. Let me pat him on the back.
A person, and guess what person they named who actually, you know, is in the club? Tom Hanks.
Whoa. And didn't we just mention him earlier?
So it's this exclusive thing. You could, if you got time, or you know what I'm saying, if you're not doing that, you could look it up right now and, you know, just show the people a little something of it. Because I thought y'all heard of this. Club 33. It's this exclusive club for the elites, y'all, that Disney has. That's only for people that could spend that type of money to be invited to it.
So you gotta spend 40. You gotta spend 40 just to get to the party.
They even looking at you, Nate. You hear me? And it's out there, at the park. It's, guess what center it's in? It's in the New Orleans. It's like a little New Orleans area, because each area of the Disney thing, they got, you know, a different scene and a different sector for stuff. They got the New Orleans area. Club 33 is in the New Orleans area, and they got the.
So what they really trying to say is,
they got the whole
you saying that Club 33 is the New Orleans.
It is. Look, Chop ain't playing with you. Look, Chop ain't playing with you. There it is right there.
Oh, God damn it. I can't blow it up.
It went down. Look, it done went down. See, it went down to 25.
Still.
I
so
know.
You got to spend 25 to shuck and jive.
I don't want people to think I be lying and shit, exaggerating and shit. Tell you, it was, but that shit been started. Look, there it is right there.
Man, what the fuck? I can't see it because it's so small on my screen, but I'm definitely gonna go look this up.
For how much does it cost? I got you. How much does it cost to be in Club 33 member? For Disneyland Resorts, Club 33 members will pay $25,000 up front, nigga, and then $10,000 every year after.
Ooh,
for Walt Disney World, the upfront cost is higher for the Disney World joint. Members will pay $33,000 numerology, Hotshot. The 33. Said they keep using the 33. Yeah. The annual fee is $15 for the world. So for the land, it's $25. For the world, it's $33.
Plus the $15 annually.
Up front though. Up front.
Ooh, boy, that's money hand over fist, though.
And they, you know, they got the accommodations for it and everything. So people got their own.
Or is it 333 members?
It's only a certain. You're right. It is, and it's only a certain amount that can actually be invited into it. So you just giving donations, basically. DD504. DD. DD. What you say? What you say, DD504?
Wait, hold on. I gotta see this one.
Oh shit.
Oh wow.
Because DD, I'm gonna tell you something. You know, Disney is actually in that club as well. He is a part of that. In a lot of the symbolism in Disney World and Disneyland have a lot of these influences in it. Definitely. I appreciate that, chap. I just want to, make that point right quick. I appreciate that, though. Yeah, man. Which brings to my next video. Disney tripping. Disney Day, he got everybody fooled. It's a beautiful place if you want it to be, and if you watching, everything around you, and you can actually see. But it's just smoke and mirrors, though, y'all. To be honest, is it a magical place? This is still a question that's up to y'all, people. You know what I'm saying? This we just bring this stuff to y'all, and like we say, we never try to, bring you nothing that just come off the top. We love to give y'all opinions, but we like to base it off of at least the facts, if it's not all the way the truth. So, man, yeah, just check this out, because we have. Well, before I play that one, I'm gonna play this one. I'll play that one. Okay. Now, by this being this power movement that we into, that we find out that he's into all this stuff, right? You have to keep the party going, right, fellas? Because I'm too old. If I'm Disney, I can't get my ass out there and all that shit and keep hiring the same people to play this one, play that one. So I gotta find a way to keep creating, these characters and these people that's gonna keep it going. So y'all remember when they started introducing the kids into like Disney Clubhouse and all that, and they started having like these little teen shows and stuff like that. Yeah. And a lot of these people come from that. So this is what started to spring up, chap, especially around your era and your age. That blossomed, bruh. Like that shit moved, nigga. That pop.
Kids pop.
Little Kid Star, man, that shit hit hard, bro. So a lot of that was perpetrated and propagandally pushed to us through these kids, and we've seen what happened. So I just want to go to that first. So yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about how how this happens with these kid stars and how twisted this shit actually really is when you look at it.
Cool, interesting things that Disney comes up with, because this really is a cool idea, to distract us from how awful we're about to find out Disney actually is. So let's go a little bit deeper and go to the next tier. Disney Channel grooms child stars. Now, this is something I mentioned in the intro, and the reason this is so high up on the list is because this is kind of known by everyone, but we don't really think about how deep this goes. Now, there's a common thing that happens with Disney, specifically Disney Channel, and I'm sure all of you know. They poop out pop stars left and right. Demi Lovato, Hilary Duff, the Jonas Brothers, Selena Gomez, and most recently Zendaya, whatever, one of those. And Nick has actually tried to replicate this thing that Disney is doing with some of their pop stars as well. Not as too much success as Disney, but they tried. If we just look at this picture alone, this is Mickey Mouse Club. This is kind of where it all started. We got Justin Timberlake, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Ryan Gosling, all insanely famous celebrities. Disney started realizing they could literally make a child pop star farm in a way, basically grooming children from single digit age in order to make them into pop stars to make them a shitload of money. So basically how it goes is they create a show around the main character, which that main character is potentially going to be that pop star. And in those said shows, those child stars, the main character, sings a song here and there. I mean, you know it. Every Disney Channel show, the main character sings a song at some point. And then after they end up singing that song or have a big debut episode where they sing one of their original songs, they come out with a full album of their music. And they kind of rinse and repeat this process until they eventually become this huge, massive pop star that makes them a shitload of money. I mean, it really feels kind of gross once you think about it, that they just like, oh, I am choosing you. You, child, are going to be pop star starting at the age of 5. We're going to groom you to become famous. And honestly, it kind of works every time for Disney, because the promotion that Disney gives you, it's honestly near impossible to not become a pop star. It's a little bit different now because now we have the internet, so the entertainment mediums are a lot more spread out than, Disney Channel. And if you want a more deep dive of this video topic,
One thing I could say is he ain't fucking lying, because that's just how Disney was doing that shit too. If they had, if it wasn't one pop star between every, like after they shut the cartoon hour down, you got Hannah Montana. What the other one was? Damn,
Orlando Brown. Oh, my bad. Y'all don't want to talk about Orlando Brown now.
Yeah, I forgot all about him.
Y'all don't want to talk about Orlando Brown now.
It's a lot of stars. It's a lot of big name stars that's out there right now. That hell, even Drake come from one of them shows off of Disney Channel.
Degrassi, huh? What that was Disney?
That's it.
Come on, man. Talk about it, Pete. Good point.
Now, these
How
people,
is all these people popular? How?
Bro, Disney got talent scouts out there some fucking where at these little talent shows in church somewhere.
They connected, dog. You told me. You said they connected. They connected.
Boy, that boy
Disney
hella connected.
is, bro. Disney. That's what they do, bro. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Look, it's all connected. If you think about everything that's just been presented to you, you could see that it's
connected in
all
so many
connected,
motherfucking ways. It's ridiculous.
P, it's all connected, dog. How you think they doing it? It's Disney.
Yep.
Disney
So
get
when
to
all
do
of
what
the
they
thread
want.
lines together.
Look, listen to me. Disney get to do what they want, backed by the government. That makes sense? What other entity do what the fuck they want but the government?
Right, that's true.
So this is what I'm trying to get. Yeah, so because people don't like to put those two entities together, as if people quick to forget that the government help push and fund a lot of this shit with our money. They help these people do this shit, man. All them studios and all that shit, man. That shit billions of dollars, man.
And then
That
get
nigga
mad
wasn't
when
worth
we
that,
the
man.
taxpayers say we tired of paying all these goddamn taxes for shit we don't have no idea what it's about.
So, yeah, man, I'm gonna play this last one, man. Disney tripping because there's some other shit going on with him too. But he did like a little quick one. So, yeah, this is a wrap on this one.
Each one of us has grown up watching Disney cartoons, Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, and Goofy, and we owe our childhood to them. But once you get to know about these alleged dark secrets of Disney and its parks that we don't want to accept. Number 1, Disney was responsible for lemmings committing mass suicides. While shooting for a movie called White Wilderness 1958, the closing shot of the film shows a lake filled with dead bodies of the lemmings, but in reality the lemmings did not jump on their own. Number 2, Walt Disney was an FBI informant. Not many people know that Walt Disney had a special relationship with the FBI director J. Edgar Hoover. Due to this friendship, Disney was one of the rare studios which was allowed to film inside the FBI headquarters in Washington. Number 3, mysterious death of Debbie Stone. 18-year-old Debbie Stone was a hostess on the ride at Disneyland, California, and her job was to bid farewell to the leaving audience, but only 9 days later, Debbie's body was found mysteriously crushed between a rotating wall and a stationary one. People ignored the screams from backstage, thinking it to be a part of the performance.
Wow. Now, this is that one. There is one. I if I'm not.
So I told you about Hoover too. So yeah, I told you about that Hoover shit too.
Did y'all hear about the one where cause see, I don't think they talked about it in the video you had. The lady, the one with the lemons, I think I did see that one, but there was a lady who was the original voice of Snow White, and Walt Disney literally got this lady blackballed across every single platform
I seen
there
that.
was. Where she
because he wanted her to play Snow White. Yeah, because he wanted her to still play Snow White because it would have fucked with the illusion of her being something other than Snow White.
Yeah, like he literally like ruined that lady's life.
But how can he do that though? Look.
Nothing else.
I know, but why? That mean other people agreed with that bitch ass nigga to not hire that fucking lady, then huh?
Yep.
Which means they all partners. See?
That's
what I'm trying to tell you.
Was swinging back then too. That
P, look how they tell
Chauvinism?
a story though. Listen to how they tell a story. They just told you nobody else didn't want to fuck with her. Off of what terms?
Off of his.
It wasn't off of her not being a good actor. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He put the word in on her.
Look, don't hire her.
Don't fuck with her. Yes. Come on, Chop had to laugh at that. Nigga, the NFL do it, NBA do it all the time.
She's my voice for Snow White, and I don't want nobody else to have her. If I can't have her, nobody can.
Look, I want this bitch to be Snow White. You hear me? Don't
forever.
She can't look.
Snow White forever.
Yeah. Look, don't fuck with my money, man. You know, we got this agreement to how we doing this, man. Whatever favor he done gave them to not do that, bro. People be that, diabolical with shit. P, like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we just gotta take our good guy cap off, bro, and figure out how these evil motherfuckers be thinking. Like, this petty, though. But yeah, I passed the mic, chap. Yeah, that was me right there, y'all.
Boy, this is a good one. I like this one.
So, do y'all know about the Lion King?
About who?
Everybody say look left. Everybody say look right. I know certain part. I know certain shit about it. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
What if I told you Simba name originally was Kimba in 1966?
No. 1956, you say?
66.
Oh, 66. Wow. No, I did not know.
All right, hold on. Let me show you something. Because the bitch was in Japan, too. He had to be if he got this story.
King, right? Classic film. Too bad it's stolen. There's a famous Japanese animator named Osamu Tezuka who created the story of Kimba, the White Lion. Tezuka is the same guy who created Astro Boy. Now, Kimba was an African cub whose father was killed, and he had to grow up and be a leader. The bad guy of the story was another lion with a black mane with a scar of his eye, who teamed up with the hyenas. Directors of the movie Lion King said they had never heard of Kimba. But the Simpsons know. They always know.
You must avenge my death, Kimba. I mean, Simba.
To this day, Disney World has denied any association with the film Kimba, the White Lion. What y'all think?
What y'all think?
I think they forgers. Yeah, I think they forgers, and they've been doing this for a long time. Because
plagiarism.
This sounds
plagiarism.
Just
they
like
plagiarized the shit out of that movie.
Something they would do. Yeah, I mean, this definitely reminds me of Five Heartbeats versus the Five Horsemen. Sha-na-na-na, ain't got no money. Wow.
So I looked the man up, bro, because I wanted,
These people is horrible. Damn, such thievery.
Bro. They know, and if that story came out in 1966, there's no earthly fucking way Disney gonna ever see, oh, well, we don't know nothing about that. You're a motherfucking lie.
Yeah, they had that on deck. They were waiting.
If we know y'all got ties to the federal government, we know y'all got access to all kind of fucking databases around the world.
Yeah, they Jay-Z that shit. Yeah, they did a Jay-Z move on that shit.
Look at Skull. Y'all see Skull right here?
Yeah, Jay-Z did Ice-T that with that 99 Problem.
The Skull from the Kimba shit?
From the 1966 movie, yeah.
Look at it. This shit.
Bro, Bro, them people knew about that fucking movie. Ain't
Called
no way they gonna say they did.
Yeah, they P Diddy the fuck out this one, y'all.
Look, every single step of it.
This is the remix.
They just made an American remake of a Japanese movie. That's fucked up.
This is the remix. Even the goddamn.
Look at this.
Even
wow.
And then it made it African. Was Kimba African? It was a Japanese story that talked about an African lion.
White
correct?
lion.
Okay. Yeah.
Bro, these people play too much.
No, you
then
actually
you
been
deny.
You've
Wait,
been
then you gonna deny that you didn't plagiarize the whole, or not just part of it?
Nah, why? Because they
the
white.
whole movie.
Because they white.
Bro, they play too much, bro. How is this possible? And why? Okay, wait.
You know why it's possible. You just say why it's possible.
No. I was about to say, why nobody never stepped up and sued the sleeves of Disney?
He probably tried.
For that shit.
But he probably tried, bro. Disney is an entity, man. You know how long it takes to even get that in the news? That somebody is.
Well, we already know.
Look what they did to the dude with the lawsuit, man. Come on.
Right,
and that's but that's just a mascot, though. That's somebody in that shit. You know, the company could fire him and get rid of that bullshit. This here is embedded in the company itself, nigga.
This is a published
and
work,
then they
bro.
put all kind of propaganda into
it. They got a Japanese Walt Disney. I'll be damned.
Heba haba heba la babaya.
That's his work, bro.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I guess it ain't the circle of life, huh? It's the circle of what his name is? Osamu Tezuka. And he Japanese. And they bombed Hiroshima. God damn it. So we some fucked up people, bro. Well,
they probably bombed Hiroshima to get rid of him.
Government fucked up.
That man
stupid. I know you heard that. That was a hell of a connection, Pete. There. Boy, our government is a fool. I guess they wanted all these American white kids to to learn that you have to love your Africans. I don't even know why they did this shit.
Nah.
Oh wait, stop right there, please. Stop right there, dog. No, he went too. Damn. Oh, my bad, chap. I'm a little behind. My bad, brother. Where you see the little cub face? Where you see the little cub face at? I saw German something, nigga. Scroll just up just a little bit. Yeah. Right there. I'm trying to see. Let me see. I'm waiting for it to come through.
You got me trying to blow it up now.
I'm waiting for it to come through. Look, I'm telling you, I see German something. Yeah. All right. It's right there. The animated series first broadcast in Japan, okay, on Fuji Television. Yeah, Fuji Products was definitely over here. Cameras and every damn thing.
I remember the Fuji films on Canal Street.
Yeah. Yep. I saw German something. Wait, where I seen it at? It was right by his damn picture. There you go. In Europe, it was broadcast in Bosnia and Herzegovina of RTVSK. In Croatia, on ATV Split. Okay. TV NBC. Nova. Okay. Xandar. In Germany, 1977. So 1977, what that is, chap? That's like a 10-year gap after they done made it.
Yeah.
Hold on, look.
7 years.
Go down to the next line. It say on NBC, 1965 through 1977.
66 because you got to see 65 because it originally broadcast in.
Yeah, it says 65. Yep, I see it. Right.
But it broadcasted on NBC from 1965
That means it was still pumping. Yeah, it was.
So,
look how much. That's my point. Look how much it was. Look how far that shit was still pumping.
Right.
That when he made that they was into that shit, nigga. That shit had to have been exclusive. Is what I'm saying. This is how much we thought it was exclusive.
Now look, this the other fucked up thing about that dude. NBC was an American television station that came out around that time. So Walt Disney already knew about it.
Thank you. About the special.
Yeah,
that's
them
what
people
I'm
been
saying,
stole
too.
that story.
He knew he had that one in the archive. I'm telling you, he already had the story ready. He knew he wanted to talk about it.
Guess what?
They were just trying to figure out how to push the propaganda into it. You hear me?
No, look, think about it. He probably bought the copyrights to it.
First thing you said was no. Listen to me. First thing you said was no. Listen to me. They waited to release it so they could figure out how to put the propaganda into the Lion King. The story is already created in 1965. P. That's all I said.
Well, no, I was looking at it from the other way. Maybe because remember, Lion King came out in like 2001, 2002, some shit like that.
Nigga, that shit came
When
out.
Lion King came out, what year?
See, there you go.
No, I'm asking. I'm asking. What year did Lion King?
No, you
come
wasn't.
out?
You said it.
I thought the shit came out like 2001, some shit.
I know because you just running it. Just listen to what you're saying though, P. Like that shit old as hell. Lion King old, man. Man, Lion King old, man. They redid Lion King about 3-4 times, man, with different versions.
That's 94, nigga. That's.
Thank you, player. You was close, Rich. Chop got it. You was close, Rich. Yep.
So
Tupac was still alive when Lion King was out, nigga. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So is it possible?
He said, yeah.
That's why I say, is it? That's why I brought up the copyright thing.
Oh,
'Cause
shit.
how long do copyrights last? Because you know you got to renew them.
It all depends on what the copyright is.
What's the one that you got to keep renewing every 20 years?
It all depends on what. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It all depends on what it is. It all depends on what they signed and how the agreement went. That's what I'm saying. That's not available right now. So why would, if they had the story, why didn't they just didn't talk about it back then when they had the story?
See,
that's 30 years
that's
later.
what I'm asking. Like,
I'm telling you why. I just told you. They had to figure out how to put the propaganda into the stories. This is what they do. This is why they create these stories. A lot of these stories are already created. All they shit is damn near plagiarized. I was just telling Chop that the Pinocchio. You know they fucked over Pinocchio, nigga. Nigga, Pinocchio got fucked up in real life. Go listen to the real Pinocchio story. Pinocchio got fucked up, nigga. Snow White now. Alice in Wonderland. That was about having a trip, nigga. That was about being loaded. She was tripped out of her motherfucking mind. She was blasted, nigga.
Now look,
I'm just saying, be like, you gotta think about it, though. You gotta tell it cute to these kids for a reason, bro.
They spent $45 million to make The Lion King in '94 after the other movie hadn't been out since '66. They made $968.5 million off of that 45.
God damn it!
So they damn near profited. Hold on, let me do some quick math right quick.
5 times. 9 times 5, 45.
Shut up, nigga. I'm thinking. 9, 2.
Yo, we stupid, y'all. Don't pay attention to us. Just
so they profited 923 million, nigga. 923.5 million. If you subtract that 45 from that 968, it comes to 923.5. So they made 923. because they spent 45, but they got their 45 back and
then some.
Shit, and 923 million. Fuck. Damn. Yeah, that's crazy. I think that was the copyright up, you think?
That's what I was asking.
6 to 99. How many years that is, Peter? You do that math right quick.
66 to 99? That's 33 years.
94.
Okay, so take over. So I take 33, take away 5. That's 27 years.
Yeah, I think that copyright was up. Was the dude dead? What year did the man die? Let me see. Well, that nigga died in 89. So they was already plotting on the movie since 89. It was in production for 5 years.
Now, don't that kind of fit what I was saying about them waiting till the copyright was up? Because his family still owned the copyright to it, right?
That.
Yeah. That's crazy.
But it all depends on what they signed, like I said too. It all depends on what they did because that's what they was waiting on. That's what I'm saying. You gotta get that shit clear, B. And then I gotta put my bullshit in there too.
90, 91, 92.
Man, show me the monkey. Show me the monkey, chap. Did they have a monkey in their shit?
Oh yeah, I think it wasn't a monkey.
Let me see. Did they have the monkey?
Look,
cause Pete think I'm playing with him. Let me see.
There you go, right there. The baboon.
Wait, I don't see the baboon. I see the hyena. Or is that the lion?
That's a baboon right there. That's your boy Rafiki. It's Rafiki right here.
No, I was talking about the old one, the 65 one series.
Right,
cause you know how you were showing the pictures. Hold up.
Oh, they ain't got this side
my
by
shit.
side.
My shit not caught up yet.
Right. I don't see what you're showing. I'm still looking at the Disney The Lion King on Broadway.
Oh shit, hold on. I got y'all, bro. There we go. Bam.
What's happening, people? If y'all still in the building, if y'all ain't hit that like button yet, man.
Okay, yeah, I see the little
baboon. Like button right quick, man. Hit that like button.
The baboon. They got the little bird.
Okay.
Now, who the deer was supposed to be?
Man, I'm not even trying to figure out. I don't want
Okay.
to go that far.
They got the
He
bird.
said, the gazelle and shit, huh? You got a gazelle, okay.
That's probably Timon or Pumbaa, one of them.
Not because they did have the muskrat, but the muskrat probably wasn't a friend. And then they got the parrot too. They didn't added a parrot, so they clipped and snipped for whatever they needed for the parts of their
African version.
And that's what I was trying to tell you, Pete. This is how you know that they waited to take bits and pieces how they did, even though they took whole scenes. Chop showing you that they took whole scenes when this motherfucker was on top of the mountain, you know, stuff like that. Like that's whole scenes when he was with his son. That's whole scenes they done took from that. Now they got the baboon right there. Now look how they made the baboon play this this African witch doctor type person, and then he had the old black man voice. So this is what I mean about the propaganda, waiting for them to put the propaganda into the cartoons. Even the voice itself, listen to the voice. That's why they went and got James Earl Jones. Stop playing with me, man. Wait, listen to the voice. That's why they went and got come on,
I know you fucking lying.
That's why they went and got King John Fitzgerald for to do it. Stop playing.
幻の山無音山にある月光石とは何か。そしてさらなる黒い影がレオのジャングルを襲う。親子とは本当の勇気とは愛することとは戦えレオ。
See, they changed, yeah, they changed up a little bit, like certain little things, yeah. Look, he fighting elephants and everything in that motherfucker. This bitch look a little cooler if they had the right budget behind him. It look like it's a better story, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that bit look like it's.
That's why they can't. That's why they trying to say they can't do it. Man, it ain't much the same story. But no, man, there is too many similarities in that man movie
versus the one from
definitely
back.
Took.
Yeah, way too many close similarities. Cause even with them handing Kimba, like the jungle keeper or the zookeeper or whoever, handing Kimba to the parent is like Rafiki handing him to Mufasa. Say his name again. Say it again. Mufasa. Mufasa.
So they added that shit. Look, they the hyena and shit. That's why I said that, you know, that's when you know a lot of that shit be coming to fruition of what, you know, of what their, you know, what their stance is on, you know, how to make these cartoons, y'all. This is on purpose. They make them in a way where they have to put the stuff in there. Did y'all see the illicit stuff that happened?
No.
Some of the illicit saying like the when the smoke go in the air, it spells sex. On certain scenes and shit like that.
No, I hadn't been paying attention to those.
Oh man, bro. Signs and symbols.
Really? We doing this?
See, this overkill now.
Come on, you know better.
Well, lie, it look good to watch.
That's supposed to be Simba. He already growed up. All they did was like do like an origin story. That's why they changed the name to Lion King.
Why he ain't eating the damn animals? That's probably the first thing they said. Why he trying to protect them? Oh man, this is terrible. 55. With the war going on around the time?
Look, there go Pumbaa right there. But he ain't got no, you know, he wasn't a character. That's why I say they made certain things characters for certain reasons, to see certain shit. And to represent certain things.
Well, they gonna give us a little snippet. Oh, look at it.
Oh, look, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. They're showing us Africa. Showing us Africa.
We always
now look. Now we seeing where they might have got the story from.
It's a Japanese man, bro.
Yeah, it's a Japanese man.
So we gonna ignore the fact
Africa,
that Japanese people wasn't traveling to Africa back then either?
Shut up.
Maybe.
Oh, you right. I know.
Maybe we starting to see where he got the story
from. He's letting you know. Yeah, he's talking about Africa. The whole little spap, look.
有名なビクトリア湖に源を発するナイル川、そしてサハラの砂漠がある。
I wish I could know what he's saying. That's like the Mississippi River right there.
Hit the subtitle button, child. Oh, No
Nah, it's
subtitles.
all good. The trailer, right? I'm talking about.
Well, like Little Black Kids, we put the story together by what we see.
Hey, but like they was saying, man, hey, your boy Astro Boy, you know what I'm saying? That's on that same playing field.
United Nations.
When there was a lot of those old animations, because a lot of the stuff that they were making, it wasn't that it was explicit, it was that there were stories they were telling in cartoon version. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which it was just entertainment for people, because motion picture wasn't even
a big thing back then.
Not a big thing. It wasn't invented yet, and the people who had the technology and the whereabout to create the stuff. Remember, it started with thousands of sheets of paper and creating one drawing onto another one onto another. There you go, like a flip page effect.
Flip page. That's what they used to call it.
This is what that is. That's exactly what it is. It's that animation and keeping that going like that. And once they figured out how to do it, this is where they were able to tell their stories, even through animation. You could be more imaginary about what actually happened, yo. You see what I'm saying? You could detach yourself from reality and basically, go into this imagination world as if this happened like this. This if it went this way, I could draw it however I want to. So basically, it started with that, and just seeing, how significant that is, and how far it actually came. I mean, Pixar going through something right now. Remember, Pixar was, man. I remember when Pixar was on the top of the map, man. With Monster Inc. and all that. Man, they say that last one they did, the one with the emotions and shit.
Oh, the emoji film?
Elements? No, I think it's Elements.
Oh, yeah. Element. The fire in the water,
The fire, one is wind or some shit like. They say that shit tanked though. Yeah, they say that shit tanked.
Wow.
They say they lost money off that one. They said they lost money off that one.
It looked like it had a good little storyline going.
I see how. No. I see how, because they don't be worrying about the storyline, P. Like I'm telling you, like this whole conversation. They got too much influence with propaganda, bro. They got too much influence with propaganda, and they keep trying to push certain propagandas in these cartoons, and it's not appealing to nobody no more, dog. That shit getting boring, played out, and that's what I'm saying. Y'all trying to push this agenda, that agenda into it, and it's turning people off instead of y'all just keeping it how y'all did at one time.
Good movies for people to go enjoy watching. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah,
Disney Plus had to go back. They was double charging people, chap. I don't know if you know about this shit. They was double charging. You get the Disney Plus, and then they'll charge you $30 to watch the old Mulan.
Yeah.
So not only do you do that, you gotta they had to take that shit off.
They stopped, but then
they had to take it off, because that shit ain't working. Man, stop playing. They had to put the Deadpool. Man, come on, chap. That's all I'm saying. People be trying to play people. Yeah, they be trying to play people, dog. That it be weird for people not to understand why it's drying out. It is drying out because that shit not hit no more. People is who they is. Everybody understanding that. Now what? Now tell a good story. See, now they're challenged to actually come up with some creative shit. You feel me? Without using propaganda. Now what? Now what can you produce? Elements?
Because Hollywood, I said it years ago that Hollywood lost its imagination because they keep remaking the same fucking movie over and over again. You're not giving us nothing new.
Because they giving us a remake of a movie that was on purpose too. It's on purpose too.
I guess they forget that people are not. I'm not gonna say
We creatures of habit too. That's what they gotta realize too.
Cause movies that was out when my sister and them were teenagers was out when I was a teenager, and they like, oh boy, I done saw that already. It's like, huh? The movie just come out. Boy, it's the same movie I watched when. So imagine me telling that to my son now, like, son, I already know what this movie about, bro. Just from the opening few lines of the movie, I know exactly what this movie about. And he was like, how you know? Because they had the same movie 20 years ago when I was a child. You know, it's like Hollywood don't have its imagination no more. And like you say, the propaganda and the agenda that they had, that they was trying to push, people done got wise to that. And now it's like movies that should have went to the movies coming out on streaming services because motherfucker not paying to go to the show to watch something they already know about.
I'm not
so
paying
put it on the
to
streaming
show to watch nothing I can watch at home.
That's another good point, child.
I'm
Good
not.
point.
I'm not. I could from the comfort of my home on a big screen TV and all that,
and get all the fucking popcorn and cool drink you
turn
want.
the sound bar on and feel all the boom boom shakalaka and all that shit, bitch. I don't go right in my kitchen and get something to eat.
And still be watching the movie.
Pause that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no. It just for the experience. Sometimes, you know, yeah, you might just feel like going to the movies and go or whatever. I'm not saying just not go to the movies because people still go, but it is now more convenient than ever. You know, you had to go to the movies to see certain shit if you wanted to see it in a certain time because the CD man, you know, didn't always have the new shit, and them copies used to be poo sometimes. So,
right,
fuck.
The audio be jacked up. This motherfuckers walking across the screen too much.
It's a lot of shit I had to watch twice because, well, a few times on the bootleg, and then watch it actually, you know, the actual
on a regular disc when you got a chance to get it.
Right. Yeah, I really used to be getting them bitches like the bootlegs and shit for free, but Cox had threatened me and was like, it was gonna call the police on me, I guess, and tell them I was stealing. I kept getting the email every time I download a file. Them bitches knew, like, so that's crazy. But yeah, that's just food, you know, food for thought for people that, you know, when you downloading shit on the people's shit, they know what you download.
Right. We noticed that you downloaded this movie. Shit, man, that, bro, it's so much. It's a lot that we gotta start taking into consideration when we start thinking about all of these big name brand people that we've been.
Real shit for the night. My thriller for the night would be the 33 Club. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I definitely gotta see that because I didn't know it. I knew it was a club, but I didn't know it was that public. And I wonder if they got investigations on it, like if
public and private. It was that public, but it's private.
Yeah,
it's public,
but it's private.
Whether you got 33,000 just to get up front.
We're gonna make
it 25. 25.
We're gonna make your public private.
Yeah, we're gonna embarrass your ass in public that you can't afford to be in this shit. Yeah.
That's wild though, bro. Like, still, just 25 G's to get in, and then you pay 15 annually.
10.
The minstrel show thing got me. I didn't know that it was based off that. And I'm gonna say that that extra double agent shit that Disney doing. I had to calibrate some of my engines on that one.
Well, what got me was like you just said, the double agent thing. But what really stood out to me was the fucking fact that Chop brought that hot shit with the fucking Kimber, the White Lion. I did not know that, dog. I did not know that. And you know that, well, they say that cartoon only ran from 65 to 77. So I wouldn't have never got a chance.
That's a long time. I mean, you probably wasn't born yet, but I mean,
right,
that's a long time.
I wasn't born, and so they had to stop running it on the TV by then. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't know nothing about it, and like, bro, you did your research to find that shit, because I never would have thought about that one. That was a good one for us. So that's the one that got for me. And I think what they did was wait till the either the patent or the copyright time was up, and they just went on ahead. Either that or they paid for it, because you know Disney got that money. So they probably paid the family a hefty little lump sum. Like, here, look, we want to buy this story from,
Oh, DeSantis. Hey, bro. Yeah, I know you trying to get the police up in them people's shit, bro. But you gotta understand. Say, bro, them people connected just like your ways. And your ways ain't got enough power to get Disney to do shit. So keep your distance before them people start digging in your goddamn background. Cause DeSantis, you not straight.
Oh, DeSantis, yeah.
Yeah, he was trying to get because they got their own governance shit. That's the thing we talked about before. Y'all go watch our old Blunt Talk episodes. We talked about DeSantis and his fuckery. Talking with them people, talking about the gay shit and all that shit. How you gonna stop people from being something they already was?
Right. Yeah, yeah, you right.
Shit is already gay, is already anti this, come on, stop it. It's all a big combination of confusion. That's what Disney does. Okay?
Designed to keep you disillusioned.
Yeah.
Can we say that one? Disillusion?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Hey, we could say child trafficking and everything if we want. Because we ain't even talk about them tunnels.
No, we ain't covered the tunnels yet. Well, we talked about it briefly, but we didn't do enough.
We ain't talking about that pizza neither. We ain't talking about that pizza gate neither.
Or the island that they got out there that's abandoned too, because they got an island out there in Disney World that they ain't used since they opened Epcot Center.
It's supposed to be closed down, and if you get too close,
security gonna snatch your ass up. So what's going on that island?
His name, Blunt Talk.
So yeah, people, we bid y'all a good evening. And now it's time to say goodbye to all my little friends.
That shouldn't fit like that. You like a pedophile.
That's Disney, nigga. You forgot the song?
See that? Close it out.
P360 in the building for Blunt Talk NOLA.
What the fuck is that?
I know what happened. No, I was saying final thoughts. Final thoughts. Just wait. I'm gonna let you close out with the final thought. P, listen, brother. Take both of your ears and use them motherfuckers.
My mic not working.
Let Chop go first. Let Chop do his final, and then I'm gonna do mine, and I'm gonna let you close it out. Final statement. You got me? You ready? It's a roller coaster now, but you ready?
Yeah.
Like Ice Cube said when he got loaded. Yes. Nigga, do you want some Kool-Aid or what? Yes. Oh.
All right, Chop. Final thoughts.
My final thoughts really was, like I said, the whole Disney thing as a whole, we kind of try to tackle in a sense because the sheriff, we were talking about the sheriff a lot. Simon always bring up the damn sheriff or whatever, and he stayed catching
my nigga Judd.
For the people that be fucking with that Disney shit, he keep catching them. So it's like it's known that everybody know. That's why I be saying people shouldn't want to take their kids there, but if you do take your kids there, fuck, you gotta just watch them like the white people be having them turn on them strings, because the characters been to pick their ass up and walked away with them. You know what I'm saying? Like that was something too I had. I remember Pete said about them marking the kids like that. That might be, you know, what they is doing, but marking them and saying, I could get close to this kid, or you know, I can't get close to them because they got their parents or whatever with them. But that's it. But. And the 33 Club shit, like I said, that was the one for me. That 33 Club shit. Yeah.
What about other news?
Other news, the bill in California, that shit. Yeah, that was the one, because that shit is terrible. Like I said, like it should be, well, it already be 25 to life for child trafficking. So, you know, but it must obviously not be. It should go straight to that shit, but we know California gonna, you know, it's basically Sodom and Gomorrah. We know that. So, that in other news on Blunt Talk No.
Hey man, keep it cordial, man. I hope y'all caught some of those motherfucking bow and arrows I was throwing at y'all ass. You know what I'm saying? Because I was, especially like I said, with the racism and how y'all knew about it. Not racism itself, but just knowing the origin of why people create things when they do it, and know what you representing once you start representing it. You see what I'm saying? You gotta be ready to be able to explain that shit. Because at the end of the day, it's up to you to understand how ignorant you is to this world. Ain't nobody gonna hold your hand, nobody gonna tell you nothing about nothing. They're just gonna tell you to rock with that shit. So at the end of the day, everything is up to you to do your own research and your own, you know, background on whatever you think represents you. You know, like I said, the white gloves is still used to this day, even though they changed the color scheme of what they felt was a cartoon image, which was based
I think his internet tripping.
Why do you think his mic can't be tripping? His internet gotta be tripping.
Internet, mic, headset, don't know. But something tripping. Well, until he get back in, I'm gonna run with my little final thoughts for the night. Huh?
Go ahead.
So, I'm gonna say kudos to the young man. I had a little further information. Brother is definitely highly intelligent individual. I'm glad he stood up for himself. I do believe that those young men who were clearly intoxicated, I'm not gonna say nobody deserved to die, but you had to have done that dude something for him to come out there and want blast on your ass like that. You know what I'm saying? No, you know, you don't find too many homeless people that is not afraid to get up and stand up for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because some of them would just cower in fear and try to run away. You know what I'm saying? But kudos to the young man for standing up for himself. I'm sorry that your people lost their life, but them's the breaks when you out there doing jacked up shit to people when you don't have no idea what's going on in their world. You know what I'm saying? Highly intelligent, kind, polite person that, you know, speaks to everybody, treats everybody with dignity and respect. Just was going through a little something, you know. The man lost his, you know, he didn't have the funds to be able to pay for his living arrangement. So
my apology.
Was finding it difficult to be able to save up and get a new spot, you know. So for them dudes to be doing that, that man was already under a lot of pressure and stress. You know, I hope everything work out for the man. Let the young man free wherever he is. Leave him alone. On our Disney segments, yes. Mr. Disney had his hand so deep in the cookie jar, ain't no telling what the fuck he was gonna come up with next had he still been alive. Like, this man was fucking with everything. It didn't matter if you were Jew, German, black, or working for the government. He had his hand in everything. And it's no wonder that, you know, he's so well beloved by a lot of people across the globe. But this man played his cards the way he wanted to play his cards and made his family some mega money. The pop star thing about this, that's another thing. Like,
we not doing a whole nother episode, nigga. We closing out.
All right, fuck it then. I closed out. I yield. Damn, I just wanted to do my one last piece.
Well said, nigga. Hurry up.
Never mind. Now you done ruined the moment.
I apologize, y'all, for my tardiness. My bad, y'all. I had cut out, but you know, definitely we gonna drop it off right there, man. This has been another fire episode with Chop Checks telling P. Dot how to get his shit together. And we gonna leave y'all with this one. You know what I'm saying? P. Dot, Chop Check, Silent Child 17, man. What y'all know about it, man? It is Blunt Talk, NOLA, man. And let my dogs let y'all know, man. We out this motherfucker, man. Let them know, fellas.
All right, y'all. Be safe.
Be safe, man. Chop Checks out.
P360 in the building.
And we out, and we out.
And we out.
And we out, and we out.